Close your eyes if you feel to, or leave them open but staring blankly if you prefer. Simply allowing everything to be as it is. Noticing the arising moment coming in through the senses as sound, touch, image, smell, notice any mind chatter, or perhaps the little voice in the head is quiet. Notice the body, and then expand out from the body to an awareness of the room in which you are seated. Looking down at the body in the room, but feeling the sense of aliveness moving outward to the whole of the building you're in, moving out into the garden or the surrounding buildings. Moving that awareness out further and further. Expanding right out into the distance. And notice that it's the same sense of aliveness, the same sense of presence, with or without awareness of the body. And resting in this alive presence, in this awareness, the sense of being as consciousness, without limitation to an object or a subject. But feeling that sense of aliveness in all, permeating through space, not bound or limited. It is the unborn, the unmanifest, resting in this, the Buddha mind, And then gradually knowing that this is always and ever present, coming back through the senses of sound, there may be a noticing of a background of mind chatter. Coming back into the sensation of a weighted, manifested body, sitting and feeling that pressure against the chair, the cushion, or the floor. Noticing sensations, whatever they be in the body, whether they're comfortable sensations or not. Just see any feeling as simply a sensation. Coming back into the breath, the exchange of air from outside to inside this manifest body. Connecting us to the realm of space. And take a deeper breath in and out, becoming fully aware of the embodiment, now consciousness within this object and subject, expressing through this unique personality. And knowing that all of this is perfect. In non-duality, we talk about the unborn. And this can be quite confusing sometimes when we talk about the unmanifest and we are the unborn. So there seems to be an existence on a couple of different levels. We have the manifest level where we are born into this earthly realm and we have a patterned existence of accumulated patterns or karmas which play out in our manifested life. But we are the unborn. And this is the unmanifest aspect. This is the aspect of consciousness that is that web. It is the one thing prior to the manifestation of objects, subjects, and the world as we know it, with the wonderful nature and all that is manifest. So prior to manifestation, prior to birth, there is the unmanifest. And this is the ground of being. This is where the ancients talk about the dreaming, or flying in the spirit world. They're connecting with the unmanifest, with the thread of consciousness prior to object and subject. And of course, we dip into this in our dreams, don't we? It is not manifest, but it seems so real. Consciousness prior, the unborn, is that foundation through which everything else is experienced. And it is through the remembering that we are ultimately the unborn, that we are the one ground of being, and that this is always here and always available. In non-dual terms, it's called the gateless gate, the pathless path. Because if we have the eyes to see, if we have the understanding and the ability to drop into that experience, there needs to be no path. Yet at the same time, of course, we are in the realm of duality. And it seems that until the patterns have cleared away to an extent where we can notice the gateless gate, see the unmanifest, and that we are the unborn, that it can elude us. And that's why we come here to remind each other to keep in our hearts and keep in our minds that we are one, that we are that God essence. There's so many different words and none of them are right. None of them are perfect, but we are limited with language. And for some, the word God could be a trigger for patterns. For others, the word consciousness may be a trigger for their patterns of judgment. It doesn't matter what we call it. We could call it the realm of peace. But it is the vibration where all difference melts away. All judgment melts away. All seemingly differences, judgments, prejudices, manifestations of race and culture, all that melts away to insignificance once we remember who we truly are. And there can be nothing but love in that realm. However, we will be poked and prodded by life to keep turning our gaze back to our hearts, back to truth. And everything that's happening in this realm of duality, this earthly realm, is wonderful and perfect and just as important. We are asked to be here and remember who we truly are, so that ultimately, perhaps humanity can return to a vibration that is much higher than the vibration that has created what we now see and experience on planet Earth.